Elon Musk's company Neuralink has been in the headlines recently. They're in the process of developing a computer chip in your brain that can add tech-enabled abilities.
Elon Musk's controversial Neuralink is ready to test its brain chip implant on humans.
Well, recently, Neuralink has taken a gigantic leap towards making this a reality. They've successfully completed their first ever operation on a human being. The first Neuralink patient, who we'll call Patient Zero, has officially been implanted with this groundbreaking device. And this isn't just any medical procedure, it's potentially the start of a nice little cyborg revolution led by Elon Musk, where Elon Musk might have an influence on humanity through their brains. Stick around as we dive into the advancements within Neuralink and what the future might hold for all of us with this new tech. And we can finally decide if our brains might be better off with some Tesla technology. Let's get straight to the heart of Neuralink's big leap. The very first human trial with Patient Zero. This alone makes a giant leap into the undiscovered world of brain-computer interfaces. So on January 28th, 2024, Patient Zero was in the operating room, and a high-tech robot performed the first ever human experiment with Neuralink. The patient was implanted with 64 super thin wires directly into the brain's surface. Note that these aren't just ordinary wires. Musk claims that each wire is packed with 16 tiny sensors that can pick up the brain's whispers and its electrical signals. Then, tucked neatly into a tiny hole in the skull, they place something called the N1 chip. The N1 chip is like the brain of the entire operation. This little device is going to translate brain signals into something a computer can understand, and they say that it's all powered by a battery small enough to sit comfortably inside of the skull. Now, we might have some questions that are largely unanswered due to the secretive nature of this experiment. For example, who is this patient that volunteered? What is Elon Musk trying to solve for him? Is it paid? Is it unpaid? And why would anybody volunteer to be the first recipient of this experiment? The only question that was answered by Elon Musk was, did it work? Where Musk actually says, in a post he made on X, yes, it worked. Patient Zero made it through with flying colors and is already showing signs that his gadget in his head is doing its job, picking up the brain's complex language. Now, with the first human experiment completed, what is Neuralink's first product? According to Musk, the first product is called Telepathy. But to give you an overview, this isn't about reading minds. This is about letting your thoughts control the digital world around you. This is all about being able to flick through your phone, send a text, or even play a game, all without moving a muscle, but just by thinking about it. That's what the Telepathy app aims to do. The N1 chip in your head picks up the brain's signals and translates them into actions on your smartphone or computer. Now, this is a huge process, especially for those who can't move or speak because of a severe disability. I mean, this technology could open up a whole new world for them, and that's exactly what Elon Musk is aiming to do. In a recent X post, Elon Musk claims that this isn't just about browsing the web or text, because to people with disabilities, it's about reconnecting with the world, expressing thoughts, and controlling their environments, all things that many of us take for granted. Elon Musk even emphasized, imagine if Stephen Hawking could communicate faster than a speed typist or an auctioneer. That is the goal. So aside from the telepathy project, Musk also revealed that they're on their way of developing Neuralink's second project, which is called Project Blindsight. Project Blindsight is a Neuralink's ambitious venture to provide a form of sight to the visually impaired. Not through their eyes, but directly through their brain. And here's where it gets cool. The idea to capture images with a camera and then translate these images into a language that the brain can understand, sending this information straight to the N1 chip implanted in their brain. Now, how does this work? Here's what they said. A process involves converting digital images into a series of electrical impulses. These impulses are then sent through the implanted wires in their brain, specifically targeting the areas responsible for vision. The brain receives these impulses as if they were coming from the eyes directly, creating a form of visual perception. Now, if you ask me, it's important to manage expectations. We never know, this vision might be more like seeing through a low-res black and white camera, but when we really think about it, it's absolutely life-changing for the vision impaired. I mean, imagine what it feels like for someone who has never seen or has lost their sight. Sure, they can't magically just see, but with this project, it'll give them another way to interact and see the world. Now let's zoom out and see where Neuralink fits into the grand schemes of the BCI, or the brain-computer interface revolution. BCIs are not just about one company or one breakthrough, they're about the whole frontier of how we connect the brain with the digital world. And Neuralink is currently at the forefront. But Neuralink is not the only one making huge advancements. Take Synchron, for instance, another trailblazer in the BCI arena. Synchron has also made headlines with its own BCI technology, but there's a twist of how they approach this challenge. Instead of drilling into the skull like Neuralink, Synchron opts for a less invasive route, using blood vessels as highways to get their devices directly into the brain. It's a fascinating approach with its own set of challenges and pros and cons. This method, called the Stentrode system, is less about the brute force and more about finesse, sliding into the brain via the body's natural pathways. And while it may sound less intimidating, it has its limitations. The Stentrode system, for now, can only house a limited number of sensors, which might cap its capabilities compared to Neuralink's more direct and invasive method. Synchron's approach might be catching eyes now, especially with big names like Jeff Bezos and Bill Gates backing it. But it's just one piece of the puzzle. Now the real question is, what sets Neuralink apart? When compared with other BCI technologies such as BlackRock Neurotech, Neuralink's approach is notably ambitious. BlackRock, a veteran in the field, has made significant strides with its invasive BCI technology, enabling remarkable feats like telepathic computer control and robotic limb manipulation. Yet their technology, rooted in earlier BCI paradigms, might not match the sheer potential bandwidth and depth of integration envisioned by Neuralink. What makes Neuralink unique is not just its cutting-edge technology, but the vision that drives it. Powered by the one and only Elon Musk, where BlackRock has laid out the groundwork, Neuralink aims to leapfrog, pushing what's possible in terms of the density of the neural connections and the scope of their applications. Overall, Neuralink is pushing the boundaries of what we thought might be possible. With its first human trial and innovative projects like Telepathy and Blindsight, Neuralink stands at the forefront of a revolution that could redefine human capabilities. As the field evolves, the real question is not who gets there first, but how these diverse approaches will converge, complement, and push each other towards a future where brains and computers communicate seamlessly. What are your thoughts on Neuralink or BCI in general? Do you believe in its potential, or do you think that it's too far-fetched? Please share your comments below. Thank you so much for tuning in, and see you next time.